Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our special Killzone 3 Now Playing. I'm Chris Waters, joined by Sean McInnes. We're going to be playing some Killzone 3 today, and I, for one, am very excited. I haven't seen it as of yet. You're the man with all the details.
Killzone 3, I mean, what can you say? It's a sequel to our best shooter of 2009. It's a game that a lot of us are very excited about, and what we're going to see here, it's sort of basically, if you go back and remember our E3 live stage show demo, it sort of started on the Frozen Shores level of Killzone 3. This basically picks up right after that. We're going to see an additional 25 minutes coming up directly after our stage show demo. So
excellent.
Why don't we just get into it?
Yes. Let's unpause and get going here.
Unpause. Here we go. So
icy. Wow.
You're still on the Helghan planet, but as you can tell, you're not in these sort of like. You're not in this dense urban environment anymore. You've got these giant, huge vistas out there, and
the churning Arctic Sea.
Yeah, and it is quite a sight. But returning from Killzone is, of course, the Hellgas.
Oh, the HG.
The HG. Killing them HG.
That signature red glow.
All right. So yeah. So here we go. We've got some of these guys crouching behind them. I'm just gonna go walk up to them and do my best to take this dude out.
Oh, getting cheeky.
Yeah, a little bit too cheeky for them.
You know, fortune favors the bold until you get blown up by a grenade. Hopefully, you know, that's how that saying goes, right? Oh yeah. Little punchy kicky.
Little punchy kicky. It's my favorite thing to do. So the basic context for the Frozen Shores is that Seb and Narvel have been taken hostage by the remaining Hellgas troopers, and their buddy Rico comes and breaks them free. Actually, he only breaks Seb free, but Seb's like, you know, I'm not leaving my buddy behind. Let's go and get him. Meanwhile, their sort of overarching goal is to just get the hell out of Hellgas.
Oh, so they want to just get off the planet. They want to get out, but, you know, they're not leaving the man behind.
They're not leaving their buddy behind, exactly.
Okay, so now I'm seeing these are, you know, familiar guns from the, you know, the sort of the Helghan gun is the Hellgas gun that's being dropped, as well as the M82, I think it is, that you're wielding.
Yeah, the familiar green dot assault rifle.
The old standbys that felt so good in Killzone 2.
Exactly.
And so now you're moving on to a tanker that seems to be has seen better days, perhaps.
Yeah, this sort of gives you a little glimpse into the industry that drives the Helghan planet. They're sort of mining and you know, mining operations and whatnot. They're you know, what they like to do to occupy themselves when they're not trying to take out the ISA.
You know, some light heavy industry.
Some light heavy industry, just to pass the time when they don't have a book handy.
Yeah. It's good to have hobbies, even on the planet Helghan.
And so I'm going to try to go for one of the new features in here, which is this brutal melee system that they've added. I'm hoping I can do this successfully. Oh, sorry, buddy.
Over the edge.
There's some very brutal ones that you can do. Some actually kind of very grim ones that I was having a good time with earlier. I would like to. Oh, nice.
Just a stern uppercut with the butt of that rifle. Yeah, stern
uppercut. But yeah, they involve some eye gouging, some face stabbing, some light eye gouging. Oh, there you go.
I would classify that as heavy eye stabbing.
Heavy
actually.
eye stabbing? If you know, you say tomato, I say tomato.
Wow. Oh, sweet achievement.
Little trophy there.
Using brutal melee. Yeah, that's a good descriptor. So yeah, I notice it's sort of a contextual prompt in addition to just the melee.
Right. Yeah. So here's some jetpack troopers. These are a new enemy type for Killzone 3. They're not just fun to look at, as we'll see in about in a couple minutes here. I'm actually going to man one of those jetpacks.
Nice. That dude looked like it was
take these dudes down.
Yeah. He looked like he was just sort of getting his bearings, like he was a little unsteady. Like, you sure about this thing, guys? I don't know. But
things aren't looking good for the Hellgas after Killzone 2. You took care of Visari, and they're sort of on their last ropes.
Yeah, I would imagine that's what takes you to this.
Oh, so those guys, you have to be careful for them, because when you take them out, their jetpacks sort of freak out a little bit and they go flying all over the place.
Oh, so they could jet near you and explode?
Yeah, they sort of like...
Ooh, nice.
Some of them, if you're in like maybe like an indoor area with a ceiling, they'll go rocket straight up and hit the ceiling, which is kind of interesting. I did that earlier when I was playing. Oh, and that guy's got a rocket.
Nice dodge.
Yeah.
Gotta stay nimble.
Doing my best here. Actually, where's that barrel? Sorry, buddy.
Oh,
You're
and
on
then
fire now.
he is really on fire.
Yeah, slightly on fire.
Really unhappy about that too.
Raiders, where's my evac?
ETA 30 seconds, command.
Here we go.
So evac is incoming.
Yeah.
Oh, and is this going to be a little timed objective?
I'm not sure. That's actually, I'm pressing up on the D-pad.
Oh,
which
to
is
get
sort of a little marker that you get for to tell you where to go next. We've got a little cutscene, so we're going to go ahead and try to skip through these as much as we can. Okay, so what we've done here is we've skipped that last cutscene. Basically, Sev finds a jetpack, and of course he puts it on.
Naturally.
One of the things that you learn about game developers is that the cutscenes tend to be the last thing that they work on. So the game will look great, and you'll find out that the cutscenes aren't quite done yet. So that's slightly the case with Killzone 3. So we'll go ahead and skip those for
the duration.
But
now you're giving the jetpack a pretty good run here.
Yeah. There's a little bit of platforming involved, jumping from area to area on those little icebergs, and sort of have to cross these gaps. The jetpack, you're not going to be able to fly to the moon with this thing. The thrusters,
and that's because Helgen has no moon.
It has no moon. There you go. The thruster lasts a few seconds, so it's mainly for like sort of floating from one area to the other.
Or maybe gaining a level in altitude inside of a structure or something.
Yeah.
And so it not only has the boost, which sort of elevates you into the air. There's also a sort of a speed boost.
Yeah, you hit the X button when you're in the air, and it sort of gives you like a dash forward type of deal.
And you folks can see the jets change color. The orange is the initial ignition liftoff, and then the sort of purple one is the boost forward. Oh, now that's a nice.
Yeah, and what's even more handy is that the jetpack has its own dedicated turret on it.
Yeah, it does.
With infinite ammo, and it is handy. The only thing that you have to watch out for, if you've played a first-person shooter before, you'll know that this tends to be the case. The barrel will overheat if you just sort of hold it down. So exercise a little bit of restraint, and it's for everybody.
Some burst fire.
Yeah.
Now I noticed that you're firing with the right hand here. Is the left hand meant to just be the controls, or is there another grenade or something you can launch?
The left hand, I think, is he's got that on his thruster controls.
Yep.
And that's actually the case with me too, because L1 is thruster, R1 is fire.
Oh, nice.
And that sort of replaces melee, because normally melee is the L1 button.
Gotcha.
So
So
if I
there's
wanna
no
do
punching
some-
people in a jetpack?
If I want to say, I don't know, stab a Hellgast's eye out, I would
Yeah.
have to switch to a normal gun.
Okay.
Which I can do if you want me to do.
You know, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
You getting to see those blood splatters, which are so satisfying, and really just gunning these guys down mercilessly.
Yeah. So we're going to plant some explosive
Yep.
charges. Like in Killzone 2, it's got the 6-axis control, so you actually turn the controller side to side. I'm going to find a safe distance and explodey time.
Decharge triggered.
Okay, here we go. I blew up that little building right there, and I'm going to do my best to dash all the way over. Can I make it? Oh, God. Oh, I see my shadow.
Look good.
That's
Your
a good
shadow's
sign.
there, yeah. Nice.
Good sign.
Hopping on icebergs with a jetpack.
Yeah, why not? That's
Now-
how things work in the future.
Do you have any tidbits on other environments we might get into? You know, this is obviously a very distinctive one with the flurries of snow and the sort of Arctic industry. You got a lead on anything else coming our way?
What I've heard, in fact, I brushed up a little bit by watching our E3 stage show, and those guys did mention that you're going into alien jungles. You're going to be back in Pyrrhus, in the sort of ruins of Pyrrhus after the nuclear explosion. Oh, look at that guy! Oh, you're going up into space. See, that's the only time you can actually fly into space. with a
Yeah,
jetpack,
that's how you
is
go to
when
the
a
moon.
dude kills you and destroys your thrusters.
Really malfunctioning pretty badly.
Oh, it's satisfying. This is the first time that you're sort of going jetpack against jetpack, and it's sort of like a mini dogfighting scenario. Mm-hmm. Which is fun.
Yeah. Now this looks like